Right, so tonight is October the 13th, 2024, and I am having the most trouble ever trying to get me something to drink. So let me just start and say what happened today and why I am at this point right now. So I have to order something to eat every day, or walk, or Uber to go get me something and come back. And that's more expensive than just ordering and having it come here. I know that's dangerous and I know that causes most of the time more problems than it's worth, but I have to try and budget my money as much as possible. So what happened is I um, called to get something to eat, Uber. Um, I am always on Uber Eats Live when I get something to eat because I want to document everything. So I ordered from the option suggestion was JR Crickets, and it was no delivery fee. I don't hardly eat there, but I ordered there, and whenever I get food, because I'm dealing with the law, because of my complaints, because they hate me, they never give me hot, fresh food and give me good service. I get the bottom of the barrel. If I order fries, they will be fries that have probably been in the bin since yesterday, or food that was probably set out all day, or that's going to go to the trash or something like that. Um, I get waste, and I pay money for it like anybody else, but I get bad service. I don't think the person that gave good service, um, one time was this is it. And I think somebody called them and said, hey, do you know, let's put your heads up on, this girl that's on live and she's on orders on Bethesda Road, put a note next to your register. So I don't get good quality service from anywhere. Um, I get the best I will get is it'll do, or I didn't croak over. That's the best I'm gonna get. Um, and I think if I wasn't live, which I don't really think they care because they alter my live so much anyway, but I think that if I wasn't recording, then that would have already been an option that you just eat and croak over and we'd be done with it. So I ordered today from JR Crickets, and the it was a BOGO offer, and the offer said to um, buy six wings, get six, five wings, get five free. And then I saw the option set with fries, but it didn't change the price. So I'm thinking, how do you get fries and wings for $7? But then I also see the same exact thing for kids. So I'm looking and saying, okay, they make your order to go with kids. So when I look at yesterday, not yesterday, Friday, when I went out to eat, they had a black girl come behind me with two kids, two little ugly kids. So I'm looking at, I'm paying attention to all of this because anything in Uber Eats app is all orchestrated by the law. Put all of the menus together, all of the pricing, the taxes, the fees, your wait times. They do all of that. So I'm looking at that order and I'm not really clear of what I'm ordering. I know I'm getting five wings, but I'm gonna get one free. So I just ordered a side of fries because I'm thinking the price hasn't went up. That's because they had me ordering kid food like I got two kids because the girl brought three. Okay. So they say I have two kids. I don't have any kids, but the FBI says I do, and that you're old and you done forgot, and one of your kids is dead. So I let them do whatever. So actually, Marta, the person that played me at Marta, said both of the kids is dead. So I think they just gonna kill them off and say she lost her mind. So I don't know what their plans is with that, but they say that I have a whole nother family that I don't have, and they live around me just like everybody else. They got two little ugly kids that follow me everywhere I go. So um, they I ordered the food. When I ordered the food came. It's always a young girl. And we know anybody, the young people, is always going to go to you doing something you got no business doing. Because other than that, they create a young population everywhere I go. Any store, any time that I have to pay, anywhere I go, they surround me with teens or people that look young. They could be anywhere from 19 to 22, but they surround me with young, impressionable people that look younger than what they are. So I ordered the food. The girl brings the food. They tell her to bring her purse, like she's coming in, like you're not delivering, like you're going home or whatever. So she brings her purse, all that to the door. So I don't know at this point whether this is a they're I don't know, but she comes to the door. She has the purse. She gives me the food. She says that the drink that I ordered tastes disgusting. By the way, she says that that drink is they don't sell that, so don't order that anymore. So I'm wondering where did you get the drink from? Because all she told me in the app was is that they don't have the drink. I got you a diet coke. So I'm thinking, well, where did you get the diet coke from? Because it tastes like deodorant. So I don't want it. I was gonna wait and sip it again once I brushed my teeth and got the wing taste out of my mouth, but it's disgusting. So I didn't even drink it. So it's right there. So I have to order something again. So hold on. Food comes. It comes about an hour later. I ordered it at like five, four, four, 4:55. So let me see. Where's my notebook? I ordered it like 4:55. It was supposed to be here at 5:35. It didn't get here until like 5:45, 5:50, somewhere in there, almost close to 6. They start all that doggone text sending messaging like they can't find it, but they always seem to go to the same house, same houses. It's one in this direction and it's one in this direction. So they always are going to the same places and then end up here. Now the thing is, the Uber Eats indicator says they have arrived when they are at the location over there. I paid that attention too. So I'm documenting everything. I'm taking screenshots. I'm doing all of this. I get the food. The fries are cold, soggy, and wet, and they're disgusting. They taste like wet potatoes from a cold refrigerator. That's exactly what they taste like. Um, the wings were equally disgusting, but I was hungry, um, and they weren't the flavor that I asked for, so I got them and just wasn't gonna complain. I didn't have a drink. The drink was nasty, so I wanted to order me something to drink. There's nothing in. I can't drink anything out of the fridge, and I don't have anything to drink here. So I ordered from CVS, and I ordered um, $24 worth of items, which was a 12 pack, thinking us less likely to get poisoned or damaged. A 12 pack, 2 cups of noodles, and then I ordered a core water, because that way, when I taste my water, I know core is always good. So if I taste that and it tastes bad, it's poison. So I got into it and said $24. It took a long time for them to get someone to do the order. So after about 15 minutes or so, I said, I might as well just cancel this. It's still early enough. I could run out to the store and come back less than $24. So I go get ready to do that, go into the app. There is no cancellation button. So I literally tried to cancel the order. There's nowhere. I read the instructions. It says go to orders, go to help, and go scroll down and you'll see cancel order. Well, that was not on my screen. So I messaged them and said, the law has um, altered my app. I don't have that option, and I was trying to cancel. So they held me in that order on purpose until all of these stores and cards and numbers have been in use. And then after 52 minutes, they canceled the order. In the meantime, the I'm messaging the Uber Eats person. I don't like it. I know they're tricking me. And I'm telling her I don't want this order. I have tried to cancel long before a driver got to the store. I changed my mind. It was too much. She's steady trying to get me to engage. And she's trying to get me to engage because the phones are connected and they're using these young people faces, because each time you message them, those are faces on an actual profile, like you're dating someone. So they're playing multiple games. And in return, these phone numbers that are being used are stage numbers. So they have three at this point. Two is in Illinois, or one is in Illinois and two in Texas, or something like that. In the meantime, the TV shuts off and cuts back on its own. So I already know that that's a system within itself. When it comes on, it has too many programs on the TV. And it's amazing that they just put systems on the TV and on your phones and you can't get them off. And systems that work with whatever they want it to work for. But we're not going to get into that. So the girl gets the guy immediately logs out of the order, but he won't cancel it. I asked them to cancel the order. They won't cancel it. They got the option, but they have been told don't cancel the order because we're shopping. We're using her phone number and the connection. We're out all doing what we want to do. Don't cancel the order. So no one cancels the order. When I've been a Uber Eats order driver before, and if the customer don't want it or change their mind, it should automatically cancel off the screen. But again, I don't have that option because they want me to stay in the trap. So I'm getting upset, but there's no need to get upset. You already know you're being set up. Just go along with it and make your day and your life a whole lot better. Don't get upset with these retarded people that are shopping and setting you up. This is a good thing. If they're setting you up, then that means they plan on taking you to jail. They said they were killing you off and you were dying. So now that you're going to jail, be happy that you're going to jail. So I'm behaving, I'm not upset, but I'm posting and I'm writing and I'm documenting everything. At the same time, they are prohibiting me. They are writing over me. Each time I go to post, they're posting too. Each time I put something, they're doing the same thing too, to be annoying and to prevent the truth. So I go and I can't finally, after 52 minutes, and everyone has finished shopping, everyone has gotten whatever they wanted with their black cards, then they say, okay, let her out of the order. They let me out of the order. When they let me out of the order, mind you, I know the tags that I see on the app because I'm familiar with all of these tags. So when I see, just giving an example, when I see RUA, when I see CWI, when I see CZD, when I see UAD or UDA, or when I see CBS, I know the tags. So when I see CBS, that's the tagline. I know it. It was a tagline all the way in California. So when I see the tagline, I know that you're doing something. So I immediately started to talk to the girl to tell her that I know what you're doing. And I simply say, the FBI is on this phone and I'm messaging them. I don't want you to do this order and I'm recording it. She simply responds, okay. And she says what they say. Gotcha. See, you're playing games and you're keeping me in the phone when I've exercised my right. I'm sorry I said that. I forget. Black people don't have them. I'm sorry. I don't have them. I'm not. Some black people have some rights, but I don't have any. So I try to exercise a right, like I was white, and say cancel the order. Actually, white people wouldn't have to do that. They would be able to just scroll within the app and say I don't want it. But I could not do that. They wanted me to stay in the order because they're delivering food, they're eating, they're shopping, and they're working. So when you log in and be engaged to this app, we're going to do orders while you're engaged because your IMEI number is mine. I've captivated it. I have cloned it. It's on my device, and I am wherever this relay number is. That's really not a relay because it's not highlighted as an authentic number, so it's probably an app. So when you're messaging back and forth, see, all they need, they specializes in looks, what it looks like. They don't need truth. They just need something close enough to be what we want it to be. We can use artificial intelligence to make everything else. See, let me give a good example of that. Prime example, the FBI like cans. They want me to drink energy drinks. Everybody drinks those. So one of the let's say this girl, let's say this because I got an order in place right now, and it's taken her forever. Um, let's see. Okay. It say that she's finished with the order and she's on her way. Let's say that the duplicated location that they have or the duplicated room. Let's say in there having sex today with no clothes on. They got a little bit of cocaine going on. And let's say they got some beer in a can. They may say, tell the driver, don't deliver Coke Zero in a bottle. Give her a can. Well, they've duplicated everything else, your bed and all that. They're good with that. So the next thing we're going to do is we need her to have a can just like Salamander or just like somebody else. So get a can, and we can make the, you can know, cocaine and all that. We could do all that. Just get her with a can, and get her with the size can of the beer can. So they may give you that 16-ounce can. You get that because they can take that and make that a Miller High Life can. Or I think they want me to drink natural ice. So get that like a real alcoholic. So you get that, and then we could put something in the food, and we could get her to sweat, so that the sweat in the can equals an event. It's not an event. It's false. It's a lie. But this is what they do all day long, all day. Rich white people, black people do the little parts of it. The rich white men take care of the cyber optics. So they got a cameraman better than Tyler Perry Studios, and they edit all day, edit the truth. So you could take a can and make that a beer can. You could make it energy drink. I mean, you can make it whatever you want it to be. It just has to have the same shape so that it's easy for them to doctor with computer edits. So the reason that I say all of that, and I lost my track in that, is because that's what this all falls down to. You get an order that someone else has, or that is close enough to someone else. So you don't really get what you want. You get what we need it to look like. You spend your money to set yourself up. Because really, your money, everything in the whole scenario, he made sure, he, referring to the law, made sure that, just like they say, the Lord has got, he has the whole world in his hands. Okay, the law made sure that they were exercising their authority. We want to be in authority over this coon because we're sick of her mouth and we're sick of her. So we need to show her who has authority, even if we are breaking the law. We're willing to break every law made to show her who we are. I get their point. They want to create that narrative, and they have done exactly that. They want to show me who they are and how much power and authority they have to do whatsoever they want to do. And I get it. So you from the money that you get to how it's spent to everything is governed and under control of the master. He is a master because he has drawn over my wishes, my desires, my needs to fulfill his own plan. Everything, I know they don't want to say this, but then again, some white people do like it and know that they are, because I have gotten Craigslist messages plenty of times, and white men have said, "This master can help you do this, this, and that, the other. I can't fix all your problems, but I can fix this, that, and other." So they know they're masters. They don't have a problem with it. They know that they are not really worth a hill of beans. They know that. They have accepted it. They racist people know. They are comfortable with it. They just don't like to be exposed about it because they don't want everyone else to know, because they know that it's socially not accepted. And this is why people that are racist, you've heard in earlier times that they would ride around in the sheets. They kept themselves closed because they really don't want everyone else to know. They want to be socially accepted by everyone, but they don't want to accept everyone. Isn't that weird? Well, this is why, on a whole nother level, I think that racism is a form of mental retardation, and I've already said that before, because it is an extreme case of confirmation bias, because their beliefs in why they feel how they feel is not, it's not anything that can be proven. It's just a bizarre thought, a pattern, a belief that has shaped their culture and who they are because of something that they've seen, something that was traumatic, that they were taught this way, and so they grew up and just didn't know how. And white people, especially wealthy white people, they're in their culture, it's okay for them to have heard, it's not okay, but they have heard, um if you talk to this coon, I'll cut you off financially. So they came up in an era that I had to do this because my grandpa said so, because he paid for my college and I had to go to college or I wouldn't get my trust fund. So some of them have these racial beliefs because it was instilled in them at an early age. So I don't have the philosophy of racism like one may think. I'm not angered by it. They put monkeys on my TV all the time. I laugh. At least they did a cute monkey. Um, they they I said the word too. They call it coon. I said too. Good. Then we know what we're working with. Then we know why we need to be still making changes, because these people are political and are in political positions and are still putting monkeys on the TV and calling coons, and everybody, and they do it where everybody could see it. So that means we still have a problem. And they be telling me we free. No, we're not. They still put monkeys on the TV. So I feel that is way off the subject, but I feel that racism in that way is a form of mental retardation because of the extreme beliefs regarding um, regarding um, confirmation bias, their thoughts, and how those thoughts confirm that they have, that they're not surrounded around any logic. So it's confirmation bias. Just like if you just have a belief, no matter, you have a constitution that says we're supposed to be equal. You have, a black vice president. You have, um, you know, black people are voting. They're not on slave plantations anymore, but you still have people with these deep seated beliefs that are not constitutional. So understanding that they're not constitutional, then you also know, okay, well, this is, they called it ignorance. I think it's mental retardation. So moving from that, going back to this, now I placed another order, insanity. I placed another order and I went in to see if I could cancel it. And now the cancel button is available. It's right there. So it just looks like we want to play a game. So this is what I told Uber Eats. If you don't think that we're playing a game here with somebody, then look at every order that I've had. And God gave me this idea. Look at every order that I've had. They all have another order to drop off, and they're all at these same places. Look at it. Look at each driver that's bringing me food, and look at where they go before. or after they drop me off. They're going to the same places because we're swapping. And even if they're not at this location, those numbers should not be how they are. I used to do it all the time. I used to do Uber Eats, and that number used to change, and sometimes be 706, and sometimes be this, and some. No, that is not supposed to work that way. That number is supposed to be, technically, is supposed to be from who's ever number that ordered, or it's supposed to, if they really want to correct that and make that more generalized, it should be whatever order. um they should put it in a zip code, in zones. So if you order from Riverdale, this may be zone 4, Riverdale, Morrow, all of Clayton County, or these group them by counties. And this goes under this relay number, and all these numbers come out here. And that when that person log on, your relay number, this is, you're pulling from this relay number. Well, it shouldn't be that you're logging in and you're getting the Oklahoma number, or you're getting the Kansas, and no, that they'll want to call and keep messaging me on those numbers, because they're, each person that is working is only a subcontractor, in so many words, because these young people don't know what they're doing. They're working for bigger people. So whatever number the girl is calling from on the app, she got a master. She's just the foot soldier. She's just taking orders. Who is she talking to? Whatever number that is plugged into her, that's the master. That's who telling her what to do. That's who that's who is manipulating process. That's who she may be connected to somebody in Texas or Illinois. You'll know because of the phone number, and then, like I said, the interaction. They start all that calling and messaging and want you to keep look at the phone. Okay, I know what we're doing here. One of them, the girl, I asked the girl on the JR Crickets thing, she stopped, she's delivering the order, and she goes, she's by Bank of America. Now I'm trying to understand, why are you even over there by Bank of America? Because if I look at, I need to go look up and see where JR Crickets is. But if I'm not mistaken, it said it was over there by Tara Boulevard. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you even over by Bank of America? And she said, I'm not at Bank of America. I'm at the light. So I took a screenshot of that. So then I said, okay, the master plays both sides of the locker room. Who's at Bank of America that she may not even know she's with? Because it could be that very well, that he may have said, I got this girl. I know the map that she's gonna come through this way. I'm gonna hold the light. See, they have that authority to make that light turn red for as long as they need it to turn red. As long as that person, because I sat there and watched, how long is she at that ATM machine? Long enough to pull out a withdrawal, long enough for me to be connected, and long and in close proximity to where the car at Bank of America could latch in. Because see, the wire is open. As long as I'm on the phone with them, that that wire is open. Anybody can chime in. This is why you get them messaging and calling. And all of them want to call. No, we're not answering the phone. They want to call. They want to message. All of your, when you're on Uber Eats, anyone that is doing wrong is going to call, email, Uber support, all of that. I'm going to get one of those 3 or 4 indications. And sometimes they're just silent. If they're just online, they don't really need it. The financial transactions is where they need to have access to where it's going to be some type of ding or an alert. But at the end of the day, still looking at this order. I can't imagine what is taking her so long. See, one stop along the way. They always stop before. Now, when they stop before, it's always right here. I'm gonna see where she going in a minute. It says she's supposed to be here at. Let's see. Okay, she's supposed to be here in 17 minutes. Let's see where she at on this map. She way over here in East Point. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We traveling drugs today. I hate that area. I hate the name. I hate it, and the police love it. So, speaking of East Point, let me say this while I'm doing this. So they got a Mercedes. I was in it last week. So let me see what car she in. Oh, she's in the Toyota Cross. They don't have that. Something else. Um. So I was in it last Sunday, and I was in it last Sunday with black male using the name of Jay, and he was in with let's see what his tag was. Should be right here. TBN 8008. Okay. So he's in this black Mercedes. Now, you may say, why is that not a coincidence? The black Mercedes have been reported too many times, and it's always the same kind. It ain't the Maybach. It ain't what do you call it? The AMG. It's that black little short one. And I had it too long. They had it back in 2020, around July or August, somewhere in there. And it was a black guy driving it. And he was right here at this store. I wrote it down. And he was buying a bunch of lottery tickets with me standing right there. See, this is when they wasn't aware that I was on to them as much as I was. They was paying attention to what I was looking at, but they wasn't sure how much I knew, because they like to keep doing it until I just call it all the way out, and then they'll stop. And they won't stop. They'll just pick up something else. They won't stop. So he bought about $400 in lottery tickets. And he said that night that he had actually done good, because he usually get about 7. See, they have unlimited access to the bank because they're feds. So whoever is funding their operations give them whatever they want, so they can go in there and buy whatever. Now, I was thinking that they'd be buying according to whatever paycheck they done made, or whatever disability income, whatever. Them people be spending money, hella money. I done seen them. Just didn't know that they was using cards that's belonging to me, or that they're framing me for. But no, they spend them, they be enjoying themselves and go home and they wife to like, I am so tired, I have work today. People been stealing, federal agents stealing, committing fraud at the register with government badges, stealing. I done seen it. I don't care what they say. They can threaten me all day long. It's true. If it were true, I wouldn't be getting death threats. I get death threats because it's true. I'll be standing right up there sliding with cards and government tags. That tag say GV on the back. Sir, hello. Be standing up there sliding. There's I goes. Like they ain't did nothing wrong. So the Mercedes was 9.3. Nope, 9.11. 9/11 2020. It's either 9.3 or 9/11. I'm thinking 9/11. I don't know why I want to say 9.3. Maybe something else happened on 9.3 too. But this is when I was with old stinking Fifth Third Bank. And Fifth Third Bank, they had the boy at the at the store in East Point. He had a gray Mercedes, the same body style. He had his door open, and they made sure that he had a large. See, the law do stuff that people don't do because they're setting you up. So they have to show you some stuff, but it's not real because people don't behave like this. But the law does because they're having to set you up. So they have to put stuff out there where it would normally be. So they got this black boy about my height, got the little bushy hair that they like. They told him to open the door, the driver's door, and let the door be open and put a big, large bag of marijuana in your lap or let it be on the side because they finna pull in and we need her to see that. And I seen it and he had it and he put it to hang right out his on his side, looked like it was on the side or on the pocket or something like that. So it looked like that's who you going up there to meet or somewhere like that. And I didn't get out and go in the store. I was up there with somebody else that said they was going there to get gas. They had the person had I was sitting there. What Fifth Third Bank did was put me there on the scene, put me in the store by taking a transaction that was done before and put it on that day. And they made it small so that when they're sifting your change, because they sift change to build up enough so we could play like this in your bank account. That's why your stuff don't settle when it's supposed to settle, because the back office got to play. We know where you supposed to be. So you supposed to be in Texas today traveling. We got to play on Uber Eats. And we gonna take a store that's in Texas and we gonna give you a real good deal at that location that's also in Texas. And we gonna put the merchant's ID from Texas. So when we go to sift and pull tonight at the account, we know how to make it fall. See, these are expert manipulators. This is what they do all day long, especially when they work for the Internal Revenue Service. Internal Revenue Service don't do nothing all day long but work with money and accounts. So these are brilliant minds. So they look at crime all day long from people committing it, and then they know because they are over all of the money, so they know how to make what fall and how to make it fall where. They know. This is what they do. So they could look at it and say, all right, don't out of her account today. We need this person to go. All right, she from CVS tonight. I need for you to go to CVS in Texas and pull this receipt. When we go to pull this, people don't look at merchant receipts on their debit card statements. And if you got a prepaid statement, then it's even better for them because they can make that statement wherever they want it to be. And they love Cash App because Cash App is so illegal that they don't have no traces there. You don't get a bank statement. You don't get any clear indicator of a receipt on who drafted money from the card. You don't get any type of no statements or anything that come in the mail. You don't get nothing. It's just a way for the law to just play with it. They love Cash App. I don't understand how in the world the FBI can justify having Cash App open. I don't understand it. And the last time I said this was in June of 2021, and they cut my lives off. They cut it off in the middle of me talking when I said that. They got pissed. I did not care because it's the truth. I don't see how in the world are you letting people, let's walk this out. Let's use what Chase Bank said. Chase Bank said, you can't get no account here unless you got an address because we got to verify. All right. They said they have to have an ID, social card, got to, prove who you are. Anti-terrorist laws. All right. So how can you go on Cash App and log in? I don't even have to put no social security number in there, I don't think. You just can put a name and how in the world? And then you transferring money. And ain't nobody got no ID. Ain't nobody got no social security card. Ain't nobody got no bank statement. Ain't nobody verified you. You ain't went through the anti-terrorist questions with verifying your identity. You ain't did nothing. And you just hooking up, transferring, and getting and receive money. They know that mess is garbage. They let it go on because they know these people be stealing. And they know that the people that hate to say it, I might get a few death threats tonight, but they know it's true. Half of their agents be stealing. So no, they're not gonna close it because they use it. They be stealing off of it. Yeah, I said it. It's worth it. So no, they're not gonna close it. They sit there and look at that junk and sit there, how in the world can they call that legal? And you send them money and ain't nobody verified who you are. Nobody. Don't nobody know. You just on there. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then hooking it up to phones. Oh, that's why I said I don't think the law really wants to change cybercrime, because the law commits crime. And if they did, then they wouldn't be able to do it. Because it's no way you can tell me that these people they can't fix cybercrime. They can't fix it because they don't want to. Then how would LifeLock make money? Then how would, these banks, how would they get away with ciphering pennies? Pennies equal dollars. I know it because they overdraft. They not overdraft. They pull more money out of mine all the time. They just pull $9 more out of my account for no reason. They don't even have one. They draft whatever they want because that draft is a receipt. And as soon as you open that phone and take a picture, that artificial intelligence camera, take a picture of you looking at that balance, they're gonna say, "All right, let's change it back to what it's supposed to be." And you thinking they just pull extra because they taking a precautionary method. No, they not. They pulling because that amount don't go with your bank. That's the duplicated bank, which is why it's always in the URL. See, I have a money network card with no name on it that the FBI gave me as staff zone. Now they didn't put no name on it because that give us money. They like to play. So they gave me the card. You don't know when that card was established. They're giving you an already activated card and you supposed to just trust. No, I know good and well it's a setup. I'm waiting on it. I'm working with them. I just wanted to hurry up because I'm ready to go to bed somewhere. I'm ready to poisoning me. I'm ready to go to sleep. And I want them to leave me alone. I think that this is stupid. They put all this money into trapping me when they could have done. Do you know how much money they have used? Taxpayers in Georgia. This is what you pay your money for, to trap people like this in a room and hunt them. This why they can't do nothing, because this is where their taxpayer dollars go. right here, hunting. So, okay, she's supposed to be here in 3 minutes. So they go and they take the card. It ain't got no name on it. Just give us room to play. The card ends in 1114. It's not true. So they say, all right, we got a 1114 at Chase. We got a 1114 at NetSpend. We got a 1114 at on a food stamp card. They can put any card in any numerical sequence they want. Now, if for any reason they say, well, 1114 didn't work, we don't have it. Somebody already got it. And that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, well, do you got 14? Or do you got 114? And say, yeah. Okay, if they got 14, that's automatically, your last two numbers are automatically cash out. Now, you may say, how do you know this? You have to look at your receipt. The average American don't look at their receipts at what your bank number look like. That's why. That's why I'm smart. Because God told me to start studying your receipt to look at all the numbers that be at the bottom, then you'll know. Just like when I go to Walmart and they had a whole network ID changed, I'm gonna tell you, because that means it's pulling from that system, and that should always be the same, because you at the same store, not with me, no. So when you go in there and say I wasn't there, you are a liar. The network ID is pulling from a different device or a different system. That's why they change it. So you take. Let's see where she went. She done got 2 minutes longer. Let's see where she at. They all coming from Church Street today. She coming from the same place, same location. Let's see where she at. Roberts Drive, Lamar Hutchinson. So what they do, they ain't got no name on it. Now that card ain't got no name on it. That card don't have no name on it. Because if it don't have no name on it, that gives them room to play, to change the name and change the account. Cash out, excuse me, I done figured it out. You only need two numbers because your receipt is gonna come up in different ways. You go to Walmart, it's gonna show all four numbers. You might go to Kroger and it might show just the last three. Or no, it's gonna show the last four. No, I'm telling you, I got this wrong. Your bank statement is what's gonna show the numbers. Your bank is gonna show, depending on how they did the transaction, it's gonna show the last four, the last three, or the last two. If it show the last two, that's a cash out card. If it show the last three, that means they couldn't get all four numbers, but they got close enough. All it's gonna have is gonna have an X and 114, or X and XX and 14. It's gonna be like that, or 1114, and that's gonna be like that. And so when it shows like that, that is showing that that is how that card was blended. Now you may say, how is it blended when you go in the store? Because what they're gonna do is, I got this phone. They know, they're watching. She 2 minutes away from Walmart. All right, go in there before she get in the page. You got to go in there and swap that phone, put it on the IMEI number, same phone, different card, different IMEI number. So when she go in there to pay, even though I'm not paying with my phone, you paying with your card. If they know you paying with your card, they're gonna take that card and they're gonna link it where it pulls from a different account. See, that's how smart they are. If you're gonna pay with Google Pay, they're gonna take it and they're gonna swap the IMEI numbers and put that phone on another whole device. So when they go to court and put that coon on the stand, they're gonna say, pull the device ID that this came from. So this is how they put in all the other false evidence, all the teens and all the pornography pictures and balls and all that other nasty junk they done created. They're gonna take that. All that has to sift in through the device ID, the IMEI number. All that has to attach. This is why the incoming traffic is so important. On when that person starts the message, hey, they just be saying dumb stuff. How you doing? What you doing? They have to keep sending those signals so it gives them something to swap, to take that information and put it over here and put this over here. We swap in the IMEI number and the data so that we can make you us. This is why we all dress alike. They all have the same wigs. Let's all get braids. Let's all put on shorts. Let's all wear the same thing. So all of this, you have the electronic information and you have the clothing. That's very important. The wigs, sunglasses. Oh, when it was COVID time, they had a ball. Because everybody got the mask on. Child, please, you can't tell nothing. I'm gonna have to know. See, that's why I shut my life down and live in a box. They said they're putting you in jail anyway. Let's go ahead and live like that so that I can remember. See, wigs, I train myself to remember by certain identifying factors. Hair. That's why I wore them braids. They thought they was gonna be trapping me because they white and rich. I was smart with that one wig the whole time you in California. So I will know from 21 to 23, that braided wig, I'ma know. So when they come up there with having all them different crazy hairstyles, nah, because I know what I wore at that time. And you know how important that wig was? Fifth Third Bank. Latasha Trauma told me, that black lady said, I need that wig. I know you do. They found it too. They got it at the lady wore at Creflo Dollar Church with all them ugly kids. Sat right there. They sat her right on the next row with me at Creflo Dollar Church. Them demons go to church and sit on the front row. They got the lady and gave blonde with all them kids and sit her right next to me to swap in church. They don't care. They go to church and be sitting right up there being evil, lying, swapping in church right under Creflo Dollar nose. People don't care. They don't care. John's so boring. It's taking her forever to get here. She should have been here. Okay, she's outside looking. There she go. She done went to the same other house. She just came from the other house, other direction. Let's see. Now she coming up this direction. Now she texting to my she here and is not here. If you arrive, you don't need to tell somebody that you arrived. You should know that you're there. Go to the door. Now she's calling. Now they calling with a number. That still doesn't mean anything. All that means is that the person that's calling her, they done got smart. I told you these people don't stop. They take that number that she calling from and then forward it. That's all they done did. Forwarded the number. That's all they done did. That's all they done did. Make it. They are master manipulators. We take, okay, she wants to use an Atlanta number. Fine. We'll forward our number. Put it on the Atlanta number. No big deal. Still the same Texas number. Still the same. Still the same. Still the same person. Making you think that it's somebody different. No, it's not. No, it's not. These people are experts at what they want to do. It's all they do all day long. They train highly to do this. Now she gonna keep messaging to me. She can't find it. So you could keep looking at this phone, and ain't no telling why she looking at that phone. They might have the same phone number. You thinking that this is a girl number. This is that same boy's number that's in Craigslist, and they got his balls. Every time you look at this phone, they got that boy to open his balls and put them on this phone. They so disgusting with what they do on this phone. It don't make no sense. People swap money and balls all day long. That's all they care about, balls. I don't even know how they're going to show all this evidence in court. All they want to do is show balls. Balls. I mean, men's nasty, hairy balls. That's it. Swap balls all day. Yep, see? They play the same game. She went this way. Now she go back, take pictures at the other location. They have to have them cars do the same thing every time. Then they're going to have her wait out there by the road. They're not going to let her come too close to me because they're not going to want me to see really what the car is. And they're not going to want me to come out there and get her tag number. Bring your ass, sit it down. Lord, forgive me for cursing. I'm not going to come out there. Have me walking out there looking like, ain't no telling what they could turn that walk into. They like to specialize in putting you in the right position. All right, let me go ahead and get this. They're going to edit all of this out. I don't know what that was I kicked on. Let me see what tag that is she got on her car. I don't know. All right. See them play. See bags like this? Alcohol. Alcoholic. So they have stores to put it in what they want to put it in. Make their evidence for them. You gonna do it. Now, anybody know nuts that didn't in the world in there? I bet you he came in tonight with a black bag. If he didn't, he coming tomorrow with one. But you gonna swap. Or somebody at the other house got one. You gonna swap. I paid $17 for 3 things to drink. 2 Diet Cokes. Nope. That black bag, and the black bag is probably a death threat too. Cause I'm so tired of it. I don't care. If God says it's my time to die, then okay. So what? They get on my nerves, that junk. They do wrong and then they get mad because somebody responded. They really want people to sit there like slaves and don't say nothing. Just let them do all this outrageous stuff and don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just sit there and take it. They really want that. They really do. They really do. I want you to say a word like they like, because they have the authority and they feel like they can. Like you supposed to trust them. You know how highly illegal that is to be making cards, how much money and power a white person has to have to call up a bank and say, no, they don't call, they order. Hey, let me get a card, or they make it and go out and shop and then have, they call me the crime person. I saw with my own eyes they have an organization. The agent orders the card, the bank supplies the card, FedEx delivers the card to wherever it is going to be in use. And then this is how the bank is in collusion because the bank says, would you do us a favor and set your PIN? See, once the bank says set your PIN, they should never do that. When you get that card in the mail, you're supposed to activate your own card and your own PIN at that time. No. Fifth Third Bank will already activate the card for me. See, they took all those emails out of iCloud, Crystal Jackson 51 at iCloud.com. They took all of those emails out of there and changed them because they knew they were wrong. I can go back and look at my email and just look and say, these white people are nuts. They took all those emails out of there and changed them like I wasn't gonna know. See, they think I'm retarded. They think I done lost my mind and they think I done forgot. And they think they can get over on me because I might let some stuff slip and I might let this. They don't know that I watched FBI for a long time and I watched and worked like them a little bit because they let stuff just slide and keep going and then they let you know and I let them just slide and keep going and keep going. But I come back. You can't build every little thing as soon as you see it. Gotta let some stuff slide. Cause that while they building, they know they got garbage. So they trying to make something out of garbage. So you have to let them get so far with their garbage and then tear it all apart. If you tear around every little piece as soon as they make it, they're not gonna keep doing nothing but going back to the drawing board and changing the narrative. That's why the narrative has changed from sexual abuse to um, to drugs to murder to money laundering to human trafficking. That's why they keep changing because I keep tearing it up. Let them get to the dough and tear them. Let them feel like they got confidence to go pay for a warrant. Because either way, they're paying for it. They don't have anything righteous. So let them get to the dough. Let them make the deals and tear it up. They're getting mad, but tear it up. I'm going to tear it up. But it's no sense in keep tearing it up like today. Don't build it all. Wait till Thursday or Friday, or wait till they feel confident and all they did. Because all they're gonna do is if they feel like they messed up today, it's gonna make it again tomorrow. That's all they're gonna do. Is today you making up for 2022 when you was in California or 2021. That's all they doing. That's all they do all day long is change dates and days to do make something over so it could be perfect and how they want it to be. That's all they do. I do this all day long with them. All day long.
They tell people to get dressed with what she wore in 2022. Go down there in the storage and get this. Do she still have this? Do she still have these shoes? Do she still got this wig? All right, you go put this wig on and go do this and have this paint on, and then they're gonna play the same thing on TV. All you gotta do is sit here and watch what they play on YouTube, and you'll know what they got. Because YouTube makes all of their false evidence, especially TMZ Live. I can turn to TMZ Live right now. It'll be playing something from 2 years ago. That's where they at. So when they go to make the evidence and they reviewing it and have the TV playing, man, you was there in 2021. You're looking at TMZ Live. That's how he wants to keep making it look. It's all about looks. It's all about looks. It's all about playing the same game. It's all about making stuff appear what it's not. That's all they want to do. Circumstantial evidence, environmental factors. That's all they want to do. And cards. Everybody wear the same thing. Everybody go get a wig, and everybody play. You got your medical scout. You got your criminal. You got your student. You got your pedophile. You got your banker, and you got your caregiver. You got your gay person. You got your transgender. You got all them different people in motion with all different names, and every one of them got a bank card, and every one of them is shopping around at some point, and every single time you get incoming transaction, it is a receipt. Nobody is ever just talking to be talking, because nobody in this operation can talk without the permission to be talked. To be talked. Nobody. The master is in control of everyone. Nobody can do nothing without him saying so. That's why when I ask somebody, can I have $20? Silence. Wait till you get authorization. Because you don't know what phone is hooked up to it. You don't know what bank. You mess around and put the wrong money into the wrong bank at the wrong time. And this is, we done changed this. We in 2007. We using NetSpend 2007 when I was in prison. Get that. And you done messed around and sent $30. No, you gotta wait. You gotta ask permission on when you can send it. Because don't know who's working and who's earning money and whose bank is being used. Wells Fargo is a major sponsor of this slave operation. They put a white van in the front of, when I put that threatened notice to sue them in California, they did not care. They put that white van with them blacked out windows. No, it didn't have nothing, no windows, no nothing. It was just a white box van, old. And they put um a tag on the back, and it said you. That's it. And they parked it in the front of at Wells Fargo Bank on Foothill Boulevard in Haven, right behind Panera Bread. They just a dirty bank. That's a dirty bank. And when I went in there and seen, and I said, so I recorded. I'm sure they took it off. I went in there and seen all them white men with them guns on the wall, and I looked at that and said, "Black people retarded. I don't know how they still come in here and patronize y'all, and y'all got that on the wall, and they act like they don't know what that means. If you walked in there and saw that scrawled, painted all over a bank of a wall, that's telling you we don't service you here. You see what era we're in? We're in the 1800s with the whites. And I'm talking about the old double barrel shotguns where they shot them coons down on sight. They got that on the bank. It ain't one Negro in the bank working. And I just looked at them, and y'all a bank. You already know. That's when I took it, when I went in that and felt all that racism, and the Lord let me feel it. And I said, came out there and said, and they don't give, the Lord said, and they don't give black people home loans either. That's why they went out there and said you in the back of the like, I don't care. The Lord told on you. That's what you get for doing wrong. The Lord said it. See, they went and took what I said. They went and was over talking me when this first got big in 2021, when this was big. When it first hit when all these white people found out. Um, in 2021 in Walmart parking lot had it going on. I mean, that was like the federal club. Everybody that was somebody came to Walmart to see who is this girl and what is going on. Came to Walmart parking lot. So, um, because everybody was talking about it. Because when I filed that federal complaint, they sent me a message and said USC famous. Like everybody know, police wise, everybody know you because you filed that. And they had told me not to file it. They just gonna kill me if I did. Well, I'm going. And so I had to go. Had to get courage to do it. And God gave it to me, and I did. I played my song. I prayed. I fasted. God told me to file it, and I did. I had to file it. I had to get seen because I knew that somebody would say, "Who is this having the audacity to file a complaint like this?" And I had to do that. I had to do that. So no, I'm not ever apologetic about anything that I've said or anything that I've done because I was put in such a position in which I was traumatized that I'm blessed and God took care of my mind that I was able to to still be able to express myself in such an articulate way where I was abused in this manner and no one would defend me because no one wanted to face the truth. They wanted to hide it. They wanted to cover it. They didn't say shut up because we're going to pay you or shut up because we're going to take care of you. Well, California did, but but it was not. It was never that way in Georgia. California gave me that ultimatum: shut up and we'll pay you. But Georgia never did because it's not in this state to put black people in the positions of freedom of where we should be. The It's not in this state. This is a very dirty state. They play dirty here. And it's why when God told me to go to California and I'm gonna give you your freedom back. And when I got there, I was more traumatized in both good and bad ways because when I got to California, I saw Lucifer and then in the law and stuff that they said and stuff that they did. And they traumatized me more in California. When I pulled up, when I was riding down the road, when I first got there and I saw that man in my rearview mirror with all that black stuff over his mouth to take. And I'm on the road and I don't know whether to pull over or pull off. This man is behind me. And he's riding down the road and I look in my rearview mirror and that's all you see. I don't know what to do. Riding down the road and they put bomb trucks on the side, and agents are literally looking under my truck at Amazon and at Midas to see if bombs are under my truck. Um, that they are crowding me out on in Huntington Beach on the road to keep me from accelerating over 35, 40 miles an hour, to keep me driving under a certain speed. To the burnt lady, they put a burnt up lady in a mask, a burnt up lady at the light next to me. And I was riding down the road and they made the light stop. And I was singing and looked over there and they told the lady to look at me. And they had burned off her whole face. They put a whole mask. The whole thing was burned off. Not right. People do stuff wrong. You could tell on them. You couldn't even tell him for what he did. And if you tell them people do all that stuff to you just because you black, they did all that stuff to me. They did all that stuff to me. Nobody don't make them stop because the FBI does not have the correct protocol in place so that when these things happen, under Grace's law is going to say that if a person calls and makes any kind of accusation against a state or federal agent, it has to go through the sheriff. You are not allowed to water that complaint down. You cannot do that. It has to go through the sheriff. And that sheriff has to administer a polygraph. You cannot say that person is on drugs, they're alcoholic. You can't send a tsunami to a person because they exercise their right to complain. Because this abuse only happens to people of color. It will never happen to somebody white because people that are white have too much in place to protect them. But there's no laws to protect blacks. Nobody protects us. It has to go to the sheriff. The sheriff has to take the complaint. They have to go into a private room. all of your uh, equipment got to be cut off. Why? Because you cannot hide nothing from no FBI agent. You talking about going in there with a cell phone? They done already tapped into it, so you can't take any cell phone, nothing. All the wires have to be cut off. They got to cut out every signal. Can't even be a TV in there unless they wired it, unless it was special made. It has to be a computer that goes straight to the FBI director. And no signals. You can't. Even the sheriff can't take his cell phone in there. You go in there and you do your polygraph and you take the test. And if you pass or if you don't pass, they still take it to the FBI director. And he decides. They have a special division. And he decides anytime somebody go in there and mention gas, they know. They know them people put you to sleep with gas. They know what they have. Them people will put your ass to sleep. You're going to sleep. They know. Needles. No. Them people be straight up injecting people and putting people to sleep like they have a right to do. You don't have a right to do that. You can put me in jail for something I didn't do. You could do all that, but they don't have no right to. And them people can put you. Them people can do. I have watched them, and it ain't nothing I can't do if I had their power after watching them. I can make you. I can make you. I can make you go crazy. I can make you. Uh, you could red. You could. You could. I think anything them people can do. They have a medicine and a poison for everything they want to happen in your life. If they want you to itch, they got one. They spray all this stuff like they did in Ketchup Car. Ketchup picked me up one night, 1:30 from the MARTA. They wanted me. They told me to pick her up from MARTA in College Park, and we gonna make it look like you picked her up and she was high, cause I came from Greyhound, and I don't want to stay down there. And I told Ketchup, please come get me, cause they is down here doing drugs and everything. Please come get me. I don't want to be down here. Please. He said, all right. They said you could go get her, go pick her up. They framed it. Picked me up. He came pick me up in the van. He went to College Park train station, picked me up. They said stay right out in that area. Take her over to Semester parking lot, and we gonna get her from there. And they did. Came there. They put my ass to sleep in the back, and they sprayed all this stuff over the back of that van. Ketchup wouldn't come back there, other than when we had sex, but he wouldn't be back there where I was on the seat. They put all this stuff on the seat, and I was scratching my tail off, and it was because they had put it there. They wanted me to look like I was geeking from drugs. Lay there, and I just was, scratching everywhere. Yeah, play games. Scratch. Look like he picked you up. Look like y'all had sex. Look like you're a prostitute. And he paid you. And he let you land in the back of his van. And you're on drugs. And then they don't tell who else that came to have sex with you that night while you was in the back. Because they're nasty. They make nasty evidence. They're nasty. Nasty. They want to paint the nastiest thing they could find. And that's what he did, because this is a master. These are masters. They got money and they got power and they can do whatever they want to do, and they don't abide by the law. They're outlaws. Ain't no law. Ain't no constitution. We don't know what that is. We do what we want to do. And they do. They do. Everything you can think of nasty they have associated me with it. And when you go to sleep, when I was going to California, the FBI told me I could go to California only because it was for them to make more false evidence. It wasn't for me to go to California to really get my life back, like they said. They lied. They tell lies. They only want you to be quiet so they can do what they have to do without interference, without having to explain what more white people see it. It's not like somebody's going to do anything. They just don't want a lot of white people saying it. It's not. They're not going to do anything. It's not like somebody's going to come to the bat and say, being white, and say, "I'm going to speak up and say this girl." Yeah, and you won't be in office tomorrow. If you do, go look under your car. People don't care nothing about no black people, a black life. Nobody cares about that. Tell lies. It sounds good. It keeps the world at peace, and they still operate. People don't really care about my black people, rights, lives, and we matter. Nobody matters in this world but white people. Nobody. Nobody matters in this world but white people. Nobody. They only put these black people in positions in Atlanta because of get people off their backs and make it look like it's real, like it's freedom that black people are driving. No, they're not. These people are more in prison than anywhere else in the entire world. People are only up here for show. It looks good. Get more of these black people here, and then when that artificial intelligence really take over in the next couple of years, these black people ain't gonna know what's hitting because they gonna down here. Kevin Gates, turn it up, fry my wings hard. They gonna be caught off guard, and that's how they want it. That's why they get mad. They don't get mad because I be telling what they get. I mean, they get mad when I talk about exposing why these black people ain't free and what's really going on behind closed doors and what God done showed me. They get mad at that. That's why God told me minimum wage, what it stands for. Men and women and integrated in men and women in Negro integrated, something like that. I don't think about it. I right on the tip of my tongue. But minimum wage, you gotta think about it. They be sending the fight. Nobody fights for it. White people don't get it, so why are they fighting for it? They don't make minimum wage. Asians don't make minimum wage. Latinos don't make minimum wage. Nobody gets it but black people, and we don't even fight to raise it. That's why they won't raise it because it's meant to be that way. It keeps the black people enslaved to keep them making the lowest amount. Minimum. We're paying you the minimum. God told me that, showed me that the other day. And they had, going back to what I was saying a little while ago before the food came, they had, and when it was big in South Carolina, they asked pastors, is that God talking to through her? Is it not? And they overlaid a bunch of pastors. I'm not going to say the pastors' names. They used to let them, they overlaid those pastors' voices to talk to me on on TBN. It's probably why that tag said that, because I thought about it the other day. They used to overlap. They used to overlay TBN to talk to me, to tell me to stop talking, and T, they overlay a lot of major pastors, unless they really want me to believe those pastors were talking to me. But I just choose to believe they was overlaying them because that is traumatizing to believe that those mega church pastors were talking to me and calling my name. Because one of them called my name. I was laying there and I wasn't paying attention, and they called my name. But one of the pastors said that wasn't God because God wouldn't expose people. I'm not exposing people, and that's not what God authorized me to do. I was telling what happened to me, and I was telling on live because I'm used to talking live to the federal agents that started all of this. It was a small group of them, and they used to want me to talk. They used to play the song for me to talk. They liked it when I talked and built what I saw. They liked it. They still do. They still play Todd Delaney. They play all of my music. I don't play that. They run my list. They like for me to be in a good mood. They know what will make me dance. They know what make me want to lay down. They know what mood to put me in. They do that. So they play my music. When they play the more song, that means they want me to talk. When they play Todd Delaney, they want me to build. They play different songs what they want me to say because they used to talk to me when I used to in 2020 and on up. I talked to them the whole way in 2021. They like it. They get on the thing and they listen. Only the ones that I be saying something about. As long as I don't call out their tag number or say what they actually did, they just be listening. They know it be them. But as long as I don't like say such and such, are you a such and such, they won't say nothing. And then as long as I don't say the FBI, they won't say nothing. And then, but if I just say they and just keep using the word they, nobody gets mad. They just listen and then listen to see how much I know and how much my mind is still good. And then what poison they need to do to try to make it bad. They be listening for their own plots. They're never listening to help me. Tell lies and tell lies. They have been lying to me for since 2021 when they sent that man that looked like Superman that said that he was gonna keep me safe. Now he did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie on him. I don't know what happened to him. I think they probably moved him and saying that he was really helping me because when I first made the complaint in October of 2021, I had all of those SD cards, and I was going to work at racetrack, not working. I was going to sit out at racetrack on the side, had me something to drink. It was early. I was going to sit out there and count my SD cards and look at them. And I had already made the FBI complaint. And I was going to write a certain person another letter because he had told me to tell him about everything that happened. So I was getting my evidence together and getting my SD cards on what good information I wanted to give him, and then they did not want me to do that. They did. Anytime I opened them SD cards up, they sent people in in the in the swoop. They did that. Like at racetrack, it was two of them. They sent two. They sent one walking. That's your swap, and then they sent one. They sent AIQ. They sent him that night, October, I think it was 2021 at racetrack. They sent him. I think it was the 13th, and they sent him, and they said, and he came, and they all. I see. I used to knew I know when it's them, because they know what to do, like what to say, and what like they're gonna smell really good. They're gonna have a fresh haircut, and they say, and she likes shoes. Like the men got to wear like $100 shoes. The white men don't have to do that, but black men have to wear those kind of shoes. And because she gonna look at your shoes, and she gonna look at your hair, and she gonna see if you smell good, and you gotta be clean. So now they just send anything. They send dogs, cats, rodents. They don't care what they send now. But they back then when the takedown first started, they used to send only good looking, men to me. And then um, so they sent him. They did not want me to look at those SD cards at all. At all. They hated when I opened those. So and I knew that whenever I used to open them, they would ding me, or they would, like, if I was looking at something that was good evidence, they would ding me. If I was doing something bad, then they would change the station, or they would play something, like, if I was gonna play something bad, then what that I was gonna do something that they didn't want me to do. That was good. Let me see what they would do. They would use TD Jakes, and let me see a message. They would use um, "This Ain't the Time to Lose Your Head." That was one of their favorites. "This Ain't the Time to Lose Your Head," because they used to threaten to blow my head off all the time. So um, they would do that when they changed the message. So I learned to read all of their messages that are on the radio, on the phone. I learned the dings. I learned horns, ambulance sounds. Um, a lot of horns in a row means don't do it or be alert. Like, if I'm going, like the other day, I was trying to figure out because I hadn't had it in a long time, and I heard it and I couldn't decipher at that moment. Is this for me, or is this in environment? And I didn't have enough time because I was with somebody to study the environment, to pray, get all into it. But if I'm going somewhere and it's a lot of horns, dun, 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 they are wanting me to, something's in that I need to look at. I need to pay attention to, that they want me to see, or danger is around. And then if when I wake up in the morning, they don't do it anymore. But when I wake up in the morning, they used to. When I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes. They used to give me 3 beats. That means talk, or two. I'm here, and then they would do that. Like if I'm at the motel, or if I'm at in the car, or sleep or whatever, they will always be part. They not. I don't know why the FBI be part. I mean, they not gonna do nothing. They not gonna do nothing. They can see you getting your head blow off. They not gonna do nothing. They gonna sit right there and look. Come and arrest you 20 years later and send a tsunami to take that person's life off. They not gonna do. Them ain't just not gonna do nothing. I don't know why they. I don't know why they not gonna do nothing. Them federal agents not gonna do nothing. They not gonna do nothing. They'll wait and say, "All right, we seen it and we got it," but they not gonna do nothing. They not gonna save nobody's life. They don't do that. I done seen that too many times. They not gonna do that. They sit right there and watch. They not gonna blow their cover under no means necessary. They gonna sit right there and look. You see somebody getting robbed and shot, sit right there and look. They not even gonna have emotion because they desensitized. They gonna sit there and look, and after it's done, they gonna get all the information, and they not even gonna arrest that person right away. They gonna let them wait out 10, 15 years, try to add a little bit more to it, make it bigger, blow them all up, get them to kill off a few more people, or shoot up some more people, and send a tsunami, and then call it karma, and then put them in jail, break their legs, run them over, something like that, and that's it. But they not gonna do nothing. They don't. They don't do nothing to stop no crimes. All the times that these people on gas me, the FBI done been there watching every single time. Every single time I done ever got gassed, all in Sonesta in room 211, whole 209. Oh, Jesus. Said the wrong room. That's where they had the boys at. In 209. Nope. sat there the whole time. FBI seen the whole thing every single time. Every time I was raped, every time I was gassed, every time they stole my information, they sat there and watched the whole thing every time. And they got the best recording you ever want to have ever in your life, the clearest view ever. And they not gonna do nothing, but sit there and watch. Just like Priscilla Shire said, they do nothing. Yeah, they do nothing. They gonna sit there and watch and build a case quietly on the person that did it, but they not gonna do nothing to stop nothing. They're not doing any of that. They don't do that. That ain't how they work. Unless it's white, they gotta be white and have some money, and they can get somebody to deal. But no, say to the average nigga, no, we told her to stop talking. She stopped talking. She wouldn't have got it. She got it because she was still talking. They'll get the person later on, 20 years from now. But no, they don't do that. They don't sit there and watch this whole thing. They got everything. They have the best evidence ever. That's why I said whenever I get out of this slavery and get my life back, I'm going to go to them. And that's a part of my settlement package I want. I want all of my life that they got my life all the way back to, because I be paying attention to stuff they say because they talk too much too. I be paying attention to stuff they say and how far they be going back. And they went all the way back. I think one day recently they went all the way back to I think when I was like 20. I'm trying to think of what they did or what they said, but it was all the way down. I was like 20. And I was like, they done been in my life that long. Had to come from Sharon. Had to be Sharon. And I said, because I thought about it, then who they keep me from all the time? Sharon. They keep us separated. They keep me and her separate. Because she the one working. She the one. So I said, it's her and Wanda, but it's Sharon too. So I said, um, I want a settlement package. I want all of my life on DVDs. I want each year that they have categorized on DVDs or all pictures, slides, whatever. I want it categorized by the year. All of the stuff that they got, all the videos of me sleeping in the truck. I want all the ugly pictures they made, all the stuff they had catch because they used to tell catch up when I go to sleep to take pictures of me. I want that. I want all of this when they made me fat, how they swelled my stomach up, how they made me look ugly. I want all of that because when I go do a movie, I want to have all of my stuff, like my rights, like, and I want my SD cards back that they have because they have those. FBI won't let nobody take those, and they don't have them. So no, they have those because they wanted to see what's all the edits, what's all been done. So no, and FBI has that black couch. You won't have that, and they don't. They want definitely. If I can't have it, they want to let somebody else have it. No. So I knew when they stole it, and maybe they got it, and that's good because. And then I knew they had it because they started sending me books, like write a book after that. And I said, oh, they done found my SD card, my memory card with my book on it. That's why they mounted to my books. And as soon as they seen I had connected that, they stopped. But yes, FBI wasn't going to let nobody else have that if they could. So they had that. That black little pouch with INMP on it, with my Georgia driver's license, with my California license, with my bank card ending 0633, with my social security card, with those SD cards, with receipts, and then with that money that I had. Yeah, they had that. And they put that money back out in circulation because I already wrote it down. So they put that back out in circulation. They did that. So, but no, I don't. I want all of that back. I want my all of my pictures and my stuff back, and I want to um, have me a house in Hidden Hills, California, and I want to have I want to design my own security system. I will never ever trust anybody, not even the person that I marry. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would marry again. I said if I did, it would have to be a federal agent, but I would be scared for the rest of my life to go to sleep with him. And that's another reason why I never got quiet. Because if you get quiet and you fall off too much, then you just, no, I had to keep talking. I had to keep talking, and I had to keep talking to say stuff that was daring enough, that was juicy enough to keep the agents that was good, to keep them listening, to keep them involved. And I said I will find seven. I will find my Tom. That was that white man that is gonna do his job no matter what, and that he gonna call wrong wrong and right right. I found that one, and I was gonna find Betty, and Betty is the gossiper, and I was gonna find a Sarah, and Sarah was gonna be the female version of Tom, and I was gonna find my network. And as I was in California, I found them. I found all seven, and the agents that looked at this that couldn't believe it, that this is what these people are doing. Like they all know they have the power to do it, but to see it in operation, and they not hiding, and they really doing this to this girl, and she is brave enough to keep talking. See, that's what the white people was saying. We gonna help because if this girl is brave enough to keep talking, God got to be with her because they kept saying they haven't killed her yet, and that's what the white people in California said. We gonna keep helping her, and so they did. They kept helping me. They kept doing what they could without risking their own lives and their own livelihoods and their own positions. And they did. They did. I had help. I just wasn't the help I wanted. It wasn't the help that I wanted to call it all off, to make it all stop. But it was help, as in we seeing you, we recording it, we got it, we know exactly. They knew, and they said if you be quiet, we'll give you all this money, and we'll give you everything you want. We'll put you in a house and everything. But I didn't believe that, because if you do, and I got quiet and I got money, they told me to play the lottery, and they would give me whatever I wanted. And I said, they said they'd make it look like a lottery win. And I said, no, because FBI already said I played the lottery. And if I play the lottery and and then and you make it look like that, then God won't get glory. And then if you do make it look like that, then as soon as you do, the FBI and the IRS gonna come take it because they're gonna say that it's drug money. And I don't want to do that. And then if I do it that way and get quiet, and the FBI haven't came talk to me yet, then you definitely going to get killed off. So no, I don't want to do it that way. So I didn't do it that way. They gave me that option in 2021. Be quiet, and we'll make you look like you won the lottery, and you can be rich for the rest of your life. We'll give you the money that you want in a lottery win. And I said no, no, because the FBI going to come and take it. And then if not, and they do let me keep it, then somebody would kill me off, because I would have got money and I would have the government protection. So no, I have to keep fighting so I can get government protection. And if I get government protection and I get so hot in the government, then I know I'll be all right. because I want to design my, even when I get so high in the government and I win, it's still gonna always be that white man that's disgruntled about it. And I feel like I'll always have to look over my shoulder. And so I want to design, God has gifted me. I want to design my own home security system with 6 factor authentication on it. And I want it like when you come in the door to the house, it is a series of things that it's reading. You ain't just gonna get in there. It's my face, it's my fingerprint, and it's my voice. You know, it may change to different things. Might have to say a password, you might have to say a code, you might have to say something else, but you ain't just gonna get in there like that. And my phone got to be near it. Like I'm gonna have a fob that go to it. All that got to be near it for that thing to open that door to let you in. Then that's just getting you in the front door. Second door, you got to be my face, and it got to might do a body scan, make sure ain't nobody with me, got me held up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to put a lot into my home security system, and then when you actually get in the house, I want that code to constantly be changing and revolving because I want to have special agents that work with me that I pay. And I do not want them to think that they done learned it and be able to study how to get in and think they can form a plan because I want to have that much money because I'm going to create this battery and I'm going to have Cancer Cure and I'm going to have the cell phone. So I'm going to be beyond rich and I don't want to be aggravated by this and be thinking about this all day long. So I'm going to build a security system out of this world. And they not even going to know when they have to come to work. I'm never going to tell them. Hour beforehand, you'll know if you got to go to work or got to be with me. I'm not going to let them know so they can have time to form a plan. And then they too going to have the same thing. Like, I don't know, I had thought about having somebody just live with me, but I don't think that'll be right. Take somebody and take whole life and make them live with me. That wouldn't be right. So I thought about it. I want to live in my panic room. My whole house is a panic room. I want the whole house that way. I've been threatened to be burned, shot, stabbed, uh, bombs. I want the whole house um, as a panic room. The entire house is a panic room. I'm not gonna feel comfortable living in a regular house because I want all the windows and stuff to be open. Um, I want bulletproof windows. I want bulletproof windows on my car. I want um, I want all of that. I want to spend a lot of money in security in my house. And in my bedroom, I want the same security that's on my front door on my bedroom. I want to have cameras all over my room. Like I got one in here now, but it's one here and then one on my phone. I want all of that. I want all of that still. I don't want to change that. I want to have a lot of cameras always. And I want to have um, the same security system on my front door. I want that on my bedroom door. And I want, um, I cannot wait to design my phone because I want my phone. I just can't wait to design my own phone. I hate my phone. I hate this computer, and I hate that TV because they all are the same. This TV has too many systems on it, and it is a phone. And I've watched when I get indicators on here, if this TV is it responds, and I hate it. That is so evil and to manipulate what you see on to manipulate what the person is seeing, and you think you seeing this. No, person is that's not what you're seeing at all. You're just looking in that direction and think you looking at this. This person is this. So no, I don't want to do that. So let me see, is my thing still on? So I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Let my sodas get cold. So if they say, what all have they did? Let's talk about that. And when. All right. They started poisoning me in 20, I think before then. Um, I think it was the doctor, because the lady at the doctor's office in 2015 told me not to take a medicine that Dr. Richard Monk, who was a racist, had prescribed me. And I complained in 2015 and said that he was a racist and they didn't do anything. So